Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "When you rise in the morning, remind yourself what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, and to love." With this perspective, how can we shape our mornings so they reflect this Stoic appreciation for life? Today we explore a morning routine inspired by the wisdom of Stoicism, designed to set the tone for a calm and purposeful day. Before we begin, I would truly appreciate it if you liked the video, as it helps me continue spreading the philosophy of Stoicism. And if you're not yet subscribed, I encourage you to subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any future videos. Habit 1. Reflect on the transient nature of life. One of the central pillars of Stoic philosophy is the deep understanding and acceptance that all things are temporary. Each morning, before the world erupts into its usual noise, take a moment to contemplate this truth. Find a quiet place where you can sit undisturbed. Keep your posture relaxed yet upright, reflecting the balance between calmness and alertness. Close your eyes and imagine the vastness of the universe. Picture stars being born and fading away. See galaxies spinning slowly through the fabric of time. Within this cosmic dance, visualize the Earth as a tiny dot. Inside that dot, imagine the rise and fall of civilizations. Mountains standing for ages, rivers carving their way across the land. Then bring your attention closer. Think about your own life. Just a brief moment within this immense timeline. This reflection is not meant to diminish our importance, but to highlight how precious and brief our existence truly is. Understanding the temporary nature of life reminds us of something powerful. It teaches us the true value of each day. When we realize how fleeting our time is, we begin to prioritize what truly matters instead of wasting energy on trivial distractions or conflicts. Waking up with this awareness prepares you to approach the day with deeper purpose. This morning reflection is not about fearing mortality. It is about embracing the present moment with love, reverence, and meaningful action. As Seneca wisely said, "Life is long if you know how to use it." By grounding our mornings in this reflection, we remind ourselves to live each day fully, meaningfully, and with grace. Habit 2. Journal your thoughts. Journaling, deeply rooted in Stoic practice, is not simply about recording events. It is an intimate conversation with yourself. It becomes a practice of introspection, grounding, and sometimes emotional release. Translating your thoughts into words on paper can be surprisingly transformative. Start by choosing a journal that resonates with you. It might be a simple notebook, a beautifully crafted diary, or even a digital document. This space is yours alone, free from judgment or outside expectations. It is where your thoughts, raw and unfiltered, are allowed to breathe. Each morning, begin by writing the first thoughts that arise in your mind. These could be fragments of dreams, emotions lingering from the previous day, or thoughts about the day ahead. This initial writing clears mental clutter, much like sweeping fallen leaves from a courtyard. Then shift your focus toward gratitude. In life's vast tapestry, it is easy to become trapped in what we lack or desire. But Stoicism reminds us to appreciate what we already have. Write down 3 things you genuinely feel grateful for. It might be the warmth of your blanket, the smile of someone you love, or simply the gift of waking up to a new day. Beyond gratitude, move into deeper self-reflection. Consider a Stoic principle or reflect on a personal challenge. Ask yourself, am I living in alignment with my values? Where did I act impulsively instead of rationally yesterday? How can I improve today? This exercise is not about self-criticism. It is about awareness and growth. Finally, set an intention for the day. Write a simple affirmation rooted in Stoic virtues: wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. This becomes your moral compass, guiding your actions and decisions throughout the day. Your journal becomes a mirror reflecting your inner world. It is a tool, a companion, and at times even a mentor. Marcus Aurelius's famous work Meditations actually began as his personal journal, a place where he reminded himself of Stoic principles and reflected on life's challenges. Habit 3. Set daily intentions, not goals. Goals and intentions both guide our path, but they function in very different ways. Goals focus on future outcomes, achievements, milestones, and results. They define a destination. Intentions, however, illuminate the journey. They anchor us in the present moment and reflect the person we aspire to become. Stoicism places great importance on distinguishing between what we can control and what we cannot. Goals often depend on external outcomes that may fall outside our control. Unexpected obstacles can always arise. Intentions, however, remain fully within our control. They represent daily commitments to our values. As you begin your morning after clearing your mind through journaling, reflect on the kind of day you want to experience. Instead of asking what tasks you must complete, ask yourself, who do I intend to be today? Do you intend to practice patience, welcoming each moment without rushing? Do you intend to show compassion toward yourself and others, remembering that everyone carries unseen struggles? Or perhaps you intend to be courageous, facing challenges and stepping beyond your comfort zone. Write down these intentions. They might sound like, today I will listen more than I speak. Today I will approach conflicts with understanding. Today I will find moments of stillness even in chaos. These are not tasks to complete. They are reminders of the character you wish to embody. As Seneca beautifully wrote, it is not what you bear that matters, but how you bear it. Intentions act as a compass. They guide your reactions, choices, and behavior throughout the day. By setting intentions, you are committing not to outcomes, but to virtues. Success is no longer defined by what you accomplish, but by how you live. Habit 4. Embrace discomfort. In modern life, comfort has become something we expect, but the Stoics recognized that constantly seeking comfort can weaken us. They believed in intentionally introducing small discomforts to strengthen the mind and build resilience. Seneca once advised, set aside certain days where you are content with the simplest food and rough clothing, asking yourself, is this what I feared? The purpose was never to promote suffering. Instead, it was to free ourselves from dependence on external comforts. As you start your day, introduce small voluntary challenges. Perhaps take a cold shower. It wakes your senses and reminds you of your ability to endure discomfort. Or skip your first cup of coffee, proving that your motivation comes from within, not from external stimulants. You might also choose reflective practices. Spend a few minutes reflecting on a past hardship and the strength it revealed. Or walk or bike instead of driving, embracing the effort and connecting with your surroundings. These acts serve two purposes. First, they train the mind and spirit. Just as athletes strengthen their bodies through discipline, we strengthen our character by stepping outside our comfort zone. Second, they create perspective. When we occasionally give up comforts, we appreciate them more when they return. Comfort is not the foundation of happiness. By embracing discomfort, you empower yourself. You tap into deeper strength and free yourself from unnecessary dependencies. Habit 5. Practice mindfulness and meditation. Although Stoicism and mindfulness come from different cultural traditions, ancient Greece and Eastern philosophy, they share a deep focus on living fully in the present. The Stoics believed much human suffering arises from dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. Epictetus once said, "People are not disturbed by things, but by the views they take of them." Begin your morning with a moment of mindfulness or meditation. Find a quiet place and sit comfortably. Close your eyes and focus on your breath. Notice the rise and fall of your chest, the sensation of air entering and leaving your nostrils. Your breath becomes an anchor to the present moment. When your mind wanders, as it naturally will, gently bring it back to your breath without judgment. Gradually expand your awareness. Notice the sensations in your body, the weight of your body against the chair, the temperature of the room, the fabric against your skin. Simply observe. Then watch your thoughts as if they were clouds passing through the sky. You are not the thoughts. You are the observer. This aligns perfectly with Stoic philosophy, distinguishing between events and our interpretations of them. End your meditation by reflecting on a Stoic quote. For example, Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The universe is change. Our life is what our thoughts make it. Let this wisdom guide your actions throughout the day." Habit 6. Revisit Stoic teachings. The wisdom found in Stoic teachings provides a timeless guide for navigating life with clarity and resilience. But these teachings are not meant to be read once and forgotten. They are seeds that grow through constant reflection. Each morning, spend a few minutes reading the works of the Stoic masters, the reflections of Marcus Aurelius, the letters of Seneca, the teachings of Epictetus. Instead of reading casually, approach these writings with intention. Choose a passage and sit with it. Read it slowly. Reflect on its meaning. Ask yourself how it applies to your life. You may even write your reflections in your journal. This process transforms ancient wisdom into personal guidance. But Stoicism is ultimately a philosophy of action. If the teaching reminds you of life's fleeting nature, cherish the day ahead. If it speaks about ignoring external opinions, let it protect your peace. Each Stoic idea is an invitation to live more wisely. Habit 7. Practice. Amor Fati. Within Stoic philosophy lies a powerful principle known as amor fati, the love of fate. It means embracing everything that happens in life, not just accepting it, but loving it. Each morning brings uncertainty. Plans may fail, challenges may arise, but the Stoic approach invites us to welcome every experience as part of our journey. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask, "How can this help me grow?" Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The obstacle in the path becomes the path." When you embrace amor fati, every event becomes part of your transformation. You're not a passive victim of fate. You are an active participant capable of turning every challenge into growth. Carry this philosophy with you throughout the day. Let it guide you through storms with resilience and sunny days with gratitude. Stoicism is not about suppressing emotions or living a rigid life. It is about understanding reality, focusing on what we control, and building an inner fortress of peace. These 7 practices provide a powerful structure. But remember, Stoicism should adapt to your life. As Marcus Aurelius once said, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." Do not become the enemy of your own peace. Which of these practices will you add to your morning routine? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching and subscribe to our channel. And until next time, immerse yourself in these Stoic practices and allow them to transform your mornings, your days, and ultimately your life.